Good morning, my sweet babu.
You reminded us, Some Like It Hot, the best.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, and I was just thinking after we talked about it, didn't Some Like It Hot take place in Florida?
I think it might
I think
have.
you are right. Yes.
That's right.
I think you're
I mean,
right.
I just remember
It took
Joey
place at a
Brown and
resort in
Jack
Florida.
Lemmon in the boat at the end.
Yeah.
I think it took place in Miami.
I think it did.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. So you
As
can't
did
show
the
that?
Birdcage. As did the Birdcage.
Birdcage, thank you.
Fabulous
Miami.
movie.
Yeah, I don't understand. I know it's just because he thinks his base will like it. I get that, but it's just, come on, really? Going after nice drag shows? We can't have this is why we can't have nice things.
I think Chris has got his finger on the pulse of the stupid right now. A lot of people are feeling very empowered who haven't felt empowered in a lot of years.
Yeah.
And that's kind of a scary thing.
It is.
It is. It's very frightening. So your thoughts on the hearings thus far, sir?
Well, I was in the room where it happened the first night, and that was astonishing to me. The quality of the silence after that video in that room was amazing. Just amazing to me. Yesterday was okay. I mean, I had Zoe Lofgren's time in the in the spotlight. That was all right. And they're pretty much they're really leaning hard into the respectable half of the coup. This attempt to use the Electoral College to do what the guys in the camo couldn't do. And I think that's really, really good, because it will keep from letting some of these people wash their hands of it. I wrote a blog post this morning about a story in the Salt Lake Tribune about Mike Lee being awfully more involved in the planning of the alternate elector strategy than he said he's been, because they released a lot of documents and more documents in that Eastman suit. Eastman's suing to keep some of these 600 emails away from the committee, and the committee's in court with him. So that got released last week. Nobody noticed it because of everything else that was going on. But yeah, I mean, I think I've always thought they were valuable. I think, I think primarily their great value lies in denying the rest of us an alibi. We have no excuse if we move along and don't assess any political consequences to the people who did this. Then it's on us.
Yes,
because we're going to have the information. Right. We're going to have everything we need to make a judgment. And I think if that's all the committee does, that's fine.
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad. I am glad that it is getting the eyeballs to it.
Yeah, apparently, I don't know what yesterday was like, but 19 million people.
Yeah.
On the Wednesday thing. I'm just glad, and I think one of the things I like about it is it's being run very efficiently. I think, Benny Thompson to me is, I think you underrate Benny Thompson at your peril.
I agree.
Because, first of all, he was smart enough to let Liz Cheney carry the ball and get his own ego out of the way. Second of all, he called a recess after the video.
Yeah.
On last Wednesday, guaranteeing that the people on TV would have at least 25 minutes to talk about it.
Yeah. Yep.
And it would sink into the people who watched it, which I thought was very, very good.
I wonder if that idea came from that ABC producer.
Oh, I'm sure it did.
Yeah.
I mean, but I just think and he's not letting everybody on the committee make a speech.
Yes.
Which, killed, to me, a lot of the Trump hearings when Trump was in office. Was he had to sit through everybody's 5-minute speech.
Yeah.
And even the people you agreed with were boring after a while.
Very true. I liked your tweet about the documentary filmmaker that he shouldn't have complained about the tacos. I am with you on that.
No, not the tacos, his hotel room.
The hotel rooms, yeah.
He shouldn't have complained that he couldn't get a good hotel room. I thought that was a little dissonant.
Well,
I get his point, though, in that, yes, there were a lot more people in D.C. than even they expected there would be.
Right.
So I get his point.
The way he did it was a little bit
kind of a self-indulgent way to say that.
Right.
Though.
Yeah.
You can say, hey, there were a lot of people, a lot more than they thought there were. I couldn't get on the subway or something.
Yeah.
But no, I couldn't get a good hotel room. Yeah, and I wasn't paying attention when the tacos thing happened, so I'm not exactly sure what's going on there.
Well, he basically said that after the recon,
they all went and got tacos after they got the guy out of jail, right?
Well, they got him out of jail. They did their reconnaissance, and then they went and got tacos, and then they came back. They didn't even go to the ellipse. That was kind of the point of that, was they never even bothered going to the ellipse, which shows that they weren't instructed from that moment on.
They weren't there to
had been
see Trump
instructed
speak.
prior to that.
Right.
Yeah. So you have some opinions on the gun bill. I like your headline. The bipartisan gun bill is a good start, like tying your shoes is a good way to start a marathon. It's important.
I think a lot of it's very helpful.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know that it's going to pass. And I think if it doesn't pass, that's embarrassing.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the Republicans should have it hung around their neck like a dead raccoon forever.
I agree.
I mean, if they won't even agree to this. But again, I'm astonished that I live in a country where we can't agree that you should be 21 to buy an AR-15.
Yeah.
I mean, the IRA didn't give AR-15s to 18-year-olds.
No. You can't drink until you're 21, and a gun is deadlier.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know? But
drinking's not in the Constitution.
It's not in the Constitution.
And that's the problem we run into with all these arguments.
Exactly. That's the argument that you'll always get.
Proof, by the way, that the founders laid down on the job.
Yes, exactly.
They should. The right of adults to a cold beer should not be infringed.
Well, there weren't any drinking ages back then.
There weren't.
They didn't think they would need any.
No, and by the way, they drank like fish.
They absolutely did. I mean, it was their way of making sure that the water was actually okay to drink.
Well, I mean, just look at the Third Amendment.
Yeah.
They planned half the damn revolution in saloons.
Yeah, they did.
True. True.
Yes.
True.
If you go to Colonial Williamsburg, every other building is a tavern.
Right. And it certainly was the case in Boston.
Yeah.
Not only did they plan out the Tea Party and everything else in saloons,
mm-hmm.
when the Massachusetts state legislature got chased out of Boston by the British, they met in a saloon in Watertown.
Of course.
About maybe a quarter mile from where I'm sitting right now.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
Wow, indeed. So do you think that
John Hancock smuggled rum, for God's sake?
Yeah. Atta man.
And other spirituous liquors, as they say.
Washington brewed his own beer. I know that much.
Well.
Yeah.
See, there we
He
go.
also grew his own hemp.
Well,
that's also true.
That was for ropes, though. That wasn't for smoking.
Well, hemp usually you don't smoke.
Yeah.
It's more of a material. So your thoughts on Ginni Thomas? Do you think she's going to ever?
That photo? Did you see that photo?
Uh-uh.
Of her in the green robe, holding up her fist like this, looking like some sort of cosplay Statue of Liberty?
No, I didn't.
Have Travis find that photo. It's amazing.
Well, I mean,
She's at the rally. It's a photo taken at the rally.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you think she'll be
working on it?
Do you think that we will put? I'm mad at her, and I'm mad at her husband. Do you think that anything's going to happen with this? Because it seems like she's bad.
Well, I don't know that. I don't know that there's anything that she's done anything criminal.
Right.
Unless they're going to have just a massive, conspiracy indictment involving everybody involved in the phony elector scam, which I'm not entirely opposed to, by the way.
Same.
But I've got to believe at this point that Roberts is fed up because he doesn't need this.
No.
I mean, he's about to make an enemy of every American woman, and he's about to unleash even more guns.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't need to be worrying that Clarence Thomas's wife is trying to overthrow the government.
Do you think they're going to ask her to testify, at least to the text messages between her and Meadows?
Oh, I think they should.
I think they should.
Yeah, I mean, why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you ask? I guess is what I'm saying. I mean, she probably won't, but yeah, I mean, hey, listen, I'd be dropping subpoenas, like gumdrops now. I'd be subpoenaing Mike Lee and Lindsey Graham and everybody that Mark Meadows was texting with.
I would too. Yeah. I know.
Drag Sean Hannity's sorry ass up there too, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah. So who do you?
Can I just say for the record though, Sean Hannity's suggestion that Trump pardon Hunter Biden was pretty freaking brilliant if you think about it.
I'm still trying to wrap my brain around that. Why was it brilliant?
It was brilliant, number one, because you're forcing. If Hunter accepts it, then he's admitting guilt.
Right.
Right. Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
If he doesn't, then you tried. You were compassionate.
Right.
And you were, And number 3, it's a great distraction.
I don't think anybody's going to mistake Trump as compassionate, though. That's
I don't
he
know.
Did get rid of bump stocks.
He doesn't. I mean, as we learned, he doesn't have to fool about 30% of the people.
Very true.
That's yeah.
Very, very, very true. Oh my God, Travis.
You got the photo?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Okay.
Oi, oi, oi. So, by
the way, she's been a little bit, crackers for a long time.
Yeah.
Well,
this is the drunk dialing
She
Anita
had a
Hill
history
lady.
with cults.
yeah, I was reading that in the Washington Post this
Spring.
morning.
Yeah, LifeSpring.
Yeah, LifeSpring, and she had to. She realized that she was in a cult and asked people to deprogram her. So she's susceptible to cults.
Obviously.
Yeah, I think they may have done a little bit too good a job, actually. They emptied out everything.
Yeah, well, but now she's like spouting QAnon nonsense.
She is. She absolutely is. So, Charles, who do you think asked for pardons besides Scott Perry?
I think Biggs probably did. And I think, CNN had 4 names, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Biggs was one of them.
Sure.
I don't think Bolbert or Green did.
Holly?
No, they're all in the House, I think.
Oh, they're all in the
I don't
House.
think Bobert or Green are smart enough to know they needed to ask for one.
That's probably true.
I think Biggs probably did. I wouldn't be surprised if Jordan did.
Oh, yeah.
And I
Gates?
can't remember who the other. CNN had 4 names the other day, and nobody went near them, I guess, because nobody wanted,
Until
if
there's
CNN
a name.
was wrong, then you were in trouble. But Biggs certainly. And
Gosar? Maybe?
yeah, Gosar. Yeah, that's the other one.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, that, and you know what the great thing about Gosar is they can call up his family to testify against him.
I know.
Yeah.
His brother's been on this show, correct? I believe.
Yes.
Yes.
His
Yes,
brother
he
has
is.
been on this show.
He listens. Hello. He listens.
Hi. No, I am. So apparently tomorrow's.
Nothing
hearing is
happening
moved.
tomorrow.
Nothing's happening tomorrow, so
Right.
that's moved to Thursday.
Thursday, and we don't know when Thursdays is going to be now. So.
Travis, you'll be interested to know that it's not happening tomorrow because of technical glitches.
I do realize.
Yeah, they need a good sound man down there, my friend.
Oh,
They don't
wait, no,
play right.
you say,
The hearing tomorrow?
oh, it's because tactical?
Is that what the reason?
Yeah,
is?
it's a technical glitch according to the committee.
Interesting.
Huh. Okay. Haven't seen that.
Is it the dancing girls? I mean, what? Their tassels aren't working. I mean,
It makes me wonder if it isn't a bomb threat, but
Oh.
because like you said, I mean, what could be glitching? The video screen,
That's entirely possible. I mean,
the microphones. I mean,
yeah,
you
the
can't fix
Capitol
any
Hill
of
is
that by
crawling with
tomorrow?
AV guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I wonder if. I hope you're wrong.
Me too.
But
Me
I think
too.
you might be onto something.
But that actually makes some sense. It really does because they are going
That
to start
takes
naming
it.
names.
I occasionally will do that. I will stumble into making sense every now and then.
Yeah, I do hope you're wrong. But it does because they're going to start naming.
But I can't
names.
think of a technical glitch you couldn't fix in a day.
Right. Yeah.
Unless the roof fell in.
Then there's that.
yeah.
But aren't they still like under? Isn't there super security still, or did they bring everything down? They brought everything down.
Oh, the Capitol Hill is always under super security.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the security's very, very tight.
Yeah.
Last Wednesday you need a special credential to get in. And,
Yeah.
And an FBI background check and all that fun stuff.
Are they
I don't
even
think
doing
so.
tours?
Maybe, although I think that comes along with your congressional credential.
Yeah.
Right.
You go
which
through
I
a
have.
background check.
So,
Right.
Are they even? They're not doing tours, are they?
well, they're not having the thing in the Capitol. They are doing tours in the Capitol.
Okay.
Oh, they've resumed them.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, they're doing this in the Cannon building. The hearings are in the Cannon building.
Oh,
in one of the House office
the
buildings.
Capitol that well.
Okay. I think we had lunch with Senator Barbara Boxer in the Cannon building when we were there for Obama's second inauguration.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. Well, Charles.
And that was a party.
That was
That was a party, and it was so cold that day. Oh my God.
Well, it's January in DC.
Well,
What
yeah,
do you
some days are
expect?
warm-ish, but That was so cold.
What do you?
You're talking about the inauguration day itself.
Yes, inauguration day itself was bitterly cold.
Yes,
And Stephanie,
absolutely.
and Stephanie, Senator Boxer was gracious enough to give Stephanie tickets to the inauguration, and Stephanie sent me to wait in line for them. I had to wait for 2 hours outside, when it was like 16 degrees. My feet were frozen.
I bet, but she is a slip of a thing.
Yes, that is true.
She is very small.
And that was the weekend that I picked Stephanie up and threw her like a javelin at Senator Warren.
That is correct. That is correct.
You have to meet her now. Boom. Which is exactly the way it happened.
Yeah.
It is. Oh my goodness, it's 50 minutes after already. Thank
It's
you.
time to go.
Bye, Charlie.
Yes, go read Charlie Pierce at Esquire Politics. His columns
Please
are
do.
absolutely
Do
vital.
that.
They
Yes.
are
Listen to
vital.
him.